Today, I wanted to show a new Apollo feature that we call business requirement templates. For those of you who are new to Apollo, Apollo is an analytics management system that allows you to manage all aspects of your implementation and get better quality implementations in much faster timeframes. Part of Apollo is the concept of business requirements. This is an area where we've pre-seeded hundreds of business questions that you can answer, and we have predefined solutions for them. So when you think about requirements gathering, it can be intimidating. There's a lot of things that you can answer, and your organization might have different needs. So we've created a feature that we call business requirement templates. Now, if you look underneath the template dropdown, you will see that there are templates at the global, agency, and organization level. Global templates are ones that the Apollo team might create and share with all Apollo customers. Agencies are partners of ours that help companies implement with Apollo. And in this case, I'm using an example of if Adobe Consulting were an agency working with Apollo, they might have a template of requirements that focused on maybe a basic retail implementation, as you see here, or maybe a more advanced retail implementation. Or at your organization level, you might decide to make templates. For example, you might have different things in the US and Europe. So here's a US basic and a US advanced, and a Europe retail basic and Europe advanced. You might also have some sites in the US and Europe that don't really want to do much with analytics, but they have to do the bare minimum per management. So maybe there's just a basic tagging template. And so the idea of templates is that they're a collection of business requirements that you can choose from. So for example, if I was doing a new website at my company and it's a retail site, I might say, you know what, I want to start with the basics. So I choose the basic retail implementation. And here, someone on the analytics team who's created this template has predefined that in this case, there are 13 business questions that we suggest that you use. Now, you don't have to use all these, but you can toggle them on and off as needed and pick whichever ones you want to add to your implementation. And as always, if you want to see some information about these, you can always see the solution design underneath. So that's one easy way that you can communicate what is expected or what you might want in the implementation. Conversely, you could maybe say, I want to look at the retail advanced. And in this case, now we're going to see that there's 77 business questions that the organization thinks should be answered if you're doing an advanced implementation. Now, what's also cool is if you want, you could add your own template. So let's say that right now you see a bunch of requirements or questions here around internal campaign tracking. You might want to save that as a template. So you can come here, create a new template, and maybe we'll call this internal campaign basics. We're going to do this at the organizational level. If I was an agency, we could actually do this at the agency level, which means all of my agency clients would have access to this template. I would give it a description, basic internal campaign tracking. And now I can select a bunch of elements. So I'll say, I want to see this, I want to see that, maybe the creative, and maybe the position, and was it an A/B test? So I can select all of those. And again, I can filter if I wanted to from all of our site features, all of our verticals and so on, but I'm good with those. So I'm going to hit save and finish. And now at my organization level, I now have an internal campaign basic. So if any other website or report suite is interested in tracking internal campaigns, they'd be able to go ahead and choose that template, and then they can choose which of these requirements they want to add. So just a cool new feature for Apollo.